Well, it's another day of below seasonal conditions. 6 is the daytime high in Toronto today. A very good morning to you. Thanks for keeping connected with us here at the Weather Network. We've got a significant system brewing as we go into the weekend, and your long ranger is coming up in just 1 minute. Today, I want you to know we are expecting showers as we go into the afternoon, so wear something waterproof. But the good news is tomorrow, temperatures are on the rise. Our reporter, Sophia Kambalia, she was out on her walk yesterday, and she said people just aren't liking this weather. You can ditch the gloves, but you will opt for an umbrella. Showers today, showers again tomorrow. That warm front tomorrow really brings the temperatures up, and we can actually say above seasonal. 5 to 10 millimeters of rain on the way today and into tomorrow. And then things get a little bit more interesting. We have a blocking pattern in place as we go into the weekend. So essentially, we see this system, another system. This is the third one of the week coming in Friday and into the weekend. And it lingers through the weekend because we have this area of high pressure to the north of us and another one to the east of us. So the problem is this storm has nowhere to go. So it's going to linger over top of us. And as temperatures start to fluctuate in through the weekend, we could get into a period of ice. So if you're looking at your 7-day forecast and it looks a little bit like this, I picked Kitchener here, just day after day of active weather. Well, that's why we are in that blocking pattern. Now, something we're still pinpointing here at the Weather Network is that freezing line. How far south will that cold air dip? How far north will that warm air want to surge? Anywhere along that freezing line does have good potential of seeing ice as we go into the weekend. We're looking at a rainy day on Friday. Rain continues Saturday and Sunday, but periods of ice are likely. And you can see it popping up in that pink color here across southern Ontario. Here's a look at that risk as we go into the weekend. It's Wednesday morning and you are watching the Weather Network. Rachel, Sophia, and Shannon here with you. And guys, snow is still a big story across Canada. And what is irritating you more now, Saf? Is it the snow or is it the cold?
I think it's the cold.
Yeah?
Even my kids, they're ready to put the winter coats away. They want to get their bikes out. And they loved playing in the snow this winter, but we are done. It just feels like it's salt in the moon.
I have to go with snow.
Yeah.
I'm more irritated by the snow for sure. Just even seeing it just makes it feel cold.
I agree. Let's take a look at some of that snow. We take you to this video here in Hamilton.
Even one of our meteorologists was just there doing some spring skiing and snowboarding. Said it was great.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Now, we are still talking snow across Ontario, so the borders happy about this as we go into the weekend. This system is going to be high impact when it comes to travel across Ontario, and also a big event happening this weekend. The runner in me wants to talk about this, guys, the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, and a lot of people will be traveling to the area as well. A lot of people might have already taken off their winter tires. Hazardous winter driving is not over yet.
You got it. So as we look at this picture here, systems across Canada. So when we look at Boston, guys, the marathon weather is not going to be looking like this picture at all.
Wishful thinking.
Definitely give yourself lots of extra time. Don't take the tires off just yet.
All right, and we want to talk about the question of the day now. This has been popular online at theweathernetwork.com. Where would you like to see technology go when it comes to our cars? What are your thoughts on this one? The electric car, driverless cars, gas but more efficient, or keep things just the way they are? If this is a story that interests you, you have to head online at theweathernetwork.com. We've had lots of responses to this one. Said, could you please add the choice of affordable electric cars? Certainly an interesting story, and you can read more about this online at the Weather Network. Guys, what are you thinking about this one?
So I'm all up for new things, and change is good, right? You gotta keep saying change is good, but I don't know, I'm not very tech savvy. I can barely work my phone or the TV or the computer, so this just seems overwhelming.
Cars is a bit scary almost.
I
it's
agree.
Like a whole new world.
Imagine a driverless car in a snow squall.
No.
How would it handle that type of situation along the 400, right? Well, guys, thanks for being here with us this morning. Thank you for being here with us this morning as well. Of course, everything you need to know about your forecast, that is coming up right now in your local, and we're going to be seeing you just on the other side of this. Hope you have a great Wednesday. I hope you're ready for some action. Lots of moisture being tapped into and being pushed into southern Ontario. Pacific moisture to start, and then Gulf moisture as we go into the weekend. A blocking pattern in place holds this system over top of us. So as we look at today, the wet weather moves in. We got showers today. We have showers into tomorrow as well. And then we have another system that moves in for Friday. And this is going to be holding strong as we go into the weekend. The biggest risk with this one will be ice. And this system will be affecting places like Boston into next week. And that's when we have the Boston Marathon. I want to show you this story. It's great to have you along with us on this Wednesday morning. Showers are moving into southern Ontario. I know we saw a beautiful sunrise this morning, but things are going to become gray going into the afternoon. 7 is the daytime high in Toronto today. We've seen the start of severe weather stateside, and Sophia has some of the top videos this morning. As we look at our own active weather, we have rain this afternoon, rain again into tomorrow, likely to be with you for the morning rush, about 5 to 10 millimeters, and then we have a bigger, more significant system moving in for the weekend. And Environment Canada already has special weather statements in place for this one, and that's due to the risk of ice. We join Dr. Doug Gillum now in the Forecast Center for more on these stories. It's good to have you along with us on this Wednesday morning. You are watching the Weather Network. I'm Rachel Schoutsen, and this year, the messaging from Environment Canada. Special weather statements are in place. This is not for the rain that's coming today or tomorrow. No, this is for the system that's moving in this weekend and the potential for prolonged periods of ice, freezing rain across the south. This will create very dangerous travel. So Toronto up towards Barrie, the entire GTA encompassed in these alerts. I want to show you Toronto from yesterday. There's only been 2 Aprils in the past 79 years that Toronto has not seen snow in April. So it's normal for us to get some snow. Today, precipitation will fall, but a little too warm for snow. 7 in Toronto, 8 in Hamilton. We are looking at showers developing as we go throughout this afternoon. There's 3 systems this week. This is number 1. Number 2 comes into play tomorrow. We get a system a little bit bigger, a little bit more prolonged, brings showers for the rush hour commute tomorrow morning, snow up towards cottage country, and then this system clears out of here by Thursday evening. With today's rain and tomorrow's rain, we're talking about 5 to 10 millimeters across southern Ontario. So, okay, we can handle that. But as we go into the weekend, we remain active. Another system moves in. This is the 3rd system. Comes in Friday and lingers for Saturday, Sunday, and even into Monday. Why does it linger for so long? Well, we see this area of low pressure here, but we have high pressure to the north, high pressure off into the Atlantic. And what does that mean? It blocks it. It holds it in place. And unfortunately, your 7-day forecast is not looking too pretty. Active weather right through the weekend and beyond. Kitchener, for example. What a dreary forecast. At least you got the 16 on Thursday. That's our warm day. But then we cool right back down going into the weekend. And again, that period of ice, that is what is going to make travel very dangerous this weekend. Showers are likely for Friday, but then that freezing line sinks further to the south. Exactly where will that freezing line set up? That's still the question we're asking. But as we look at the potential for ice across southern Ontario, this area highlighted in the gray here, this really has the highest risk for the most dangerous travel. Before we leave you here, I want to put a smile on your face this morning. It's April the 11th today, Wednesday. You are watching the Weather Network. We have this season still battling it out. Cooler today, warmer air pushes in for tomorrow. We're talking teens for the daytime highs, and then a very messy, prolonged, and interesting system sets up Friday and in through the weekend, likely to be with us into Monday as well. This swath of pink here, ice. Toronto will be at the risk of seeing freezing rain as we go into the weekend, and the details are coming up. But right now, severe weather season has started, and the U.S. is already getting hit. Here's Sophia with our top stories today. As we take you now, our forecast across the Golden Horseshoe. Below seasonal today with showers developing. Cloudier and more gray as we go into the afternoon. Double-digit drought, that's going to come to an end Thursday. Tomorrow, we have 13s and 14s in the forecast for our daytime highs. And then an active weekend. Ice, rain, and snow expected across the province. Take you to our forecast here. I want to show you the model that's coming through today. This system bringing us showers as we go into the afternoon. Lingering till about rush hour and then clearing out of here after 7 p.m. We're clear through the overnight tonight, but not for long. Look at this. Tomorrow morning's rush hour, another system is upon us, and that brings us some showers. So we have rain today and tomorrow. Temperature-wise, though, very different between the two. Today, below seasonal. Not an awesome temperature for us. 7. Not terrible, but we could be doing a lot better. 10 is seasonal. Tomorrow, this looks a little bit more awesome. 13 degrees in Toronto, 14 in Oakville, Burlington, 15 in Mississauga. Between the 2 days, we do have about 5 to 10 millimeters of rain on the way. The winds today, not really a big story for us, but getting you into tomorrow, those winds are going to be a lot more gusty, about 40 to 60 kilometers an hour, but out of the southwest. So, of course, that helps to drive the temperatures up. Now, as we go into the weekend, we got a very interesting story. Another system developing for Friday. It's a wet, rainy, cool day on Friday. Those teens don't last. And we also have this, the messaging from Environment Canada. Special weather statement, widespread across the Golden Horseshoe. And that is because ice is likely. The Niagara region, not included in that special weather statement. You don't really have that great of a risk of seeing the ice accretion, but look at this here. Across the south, highlighted in this gray area between Toronto and Barrie, that is a high risk of seeing ice this weekend with the system. And when we come back, your Long Ranger's coming up, and we'll dive into that story a little more. It's Wednesday today, April the 11th, and we are still finding these winter jackets in our newsroom. Have you been using your winter jacket this week? I want to introduce you to Andrea Bagley, web writer here. And Andrea, many Canadians are still using winter jackets. Why?
That's right. It's a growing theme now on our website and on all of our social accounts as well. People are done with winter, yet we're still talking about it. Yesterday being a big story, the blizzard conditions in Newfoundland. April blizzard in Newfoundland. Take a look at these crazy images.
Wow.
One person saying, you know, the only time April and blizzard should be used in the same sentence is at Dairy Queen.
Oh, a Dairy Queen blizzard.
I have to agree. And now we have the growing concern for the ice storm in Ontario.
Yes.
So this is a big thing coming up, you know, another wintry outlook.
Yep.
It's just not going away. It's not going away anytime soon. And this weekend actually marks mid-April.
That's incredible.
Bizarre.
So people can head online to read more about this story, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, we want you to stay with us here on TV because Nadine Powell is with us, our meteorologist behind the scenes. And Nadine, let's talk about this big storm that's moving in. Ice probably going to happen across Ontario.
Yes, Rachel, we'll get a couple of tastes of ice accumulations over the next couple of nights. We have a risk for it overnight tonight, a risk for it overnight Thursday night, but then really the big concern for much of southern Ontario will be into the weekend.
Wow.
With this time of year, this is not something that we want to hear. We want to be thinking forward, thinking of spring.
Absolutely.
But we've got to keep an eye on this one.
So this one could be threatening for travel as we go into the weekend. Keep here with us at the Weather Network as this story, this forecast unfolds.